I mean, winner of M2K and the Cat, I guess.
Almost every time that you see Vinnie and Nairo playing a bracket, you can always assume it's very close to the top of the bracket because these guys only meet when they're done tearing through everything else.
Well, does that mean the Cat and M2K are on the other side? Because
I would imagine so. And I mean, with the way the Cat's playing, it'd be really interesting to see if we had an all ICs grand finals throughout the two major Meta Knights.
I'd like to see him win this one, just out of irony, because I had to nag him all week to come to this, and he said originally he didn't want to come, and he already won teams. It'd be funny if he won everything after saying I don't even want to go.
Well, I mean, it's very interesting to see Vinnie and the Cat playing currently, as Vinnie's going to be leaving for Texas, because this is, wow, and a huge retrieval of Nana there. That was crazy. I mean, I should kind of know that by now, but that still impressed the crap out of me.
Vinnie's doing a good job of not letting him have any pokes that will really let him abuse the Nana.
Definitely. Now, as we saw with Bloodcross, Nairo looking to utilize the platforms as much as possible, but Vinnie's responded really well to those platform campy Meta Knights today. So,
I mean, if M2K wins and Vinnie wins, it'll be interesting to see how he handles M2K's Nairo abuse between the platforms. I feel like he's the only one who does it proficiently. Like, he goes between the different platforms and lowers at the right times that it pokes, but then he gets back to a platform, so he can't truly be punished.
Well, what I'm interested to see is what goes on right now, because a lot of times right after Vinnie kills Nairo, Nairo comes back and kind of goes crazy and will usually either get Nana like he's about to right now, or, oh, he might have an very well played.
He did get the Nana.
And now this is where it gets interesting, because Nairo does a great job against Sopo. In the past, he was not too well versed in it, but as we see right there,
you called it.
And that's what I like to wait and see. I've grown up commentating these two, and the way they play is so set in stone, it's ridiculous. Vinnie will get the grab, Nairo will come right back around, give Nana, and it's a question of what's going to happen with Sopo. Because if Sopo lives, Nairo usually loses the set, but if Sopo dies, Nairo ends up winning the set. Vinnie held it off a little bit too long. Vinnie dropping it, but he's playing a character that is very capable of bringing it back really hard. He just has to be careful now. He doesn't want to give that Nana away.
I mean, there have been cases of Vinnie winning with Sopo, but in this case, he needs to take at least the second stock before he can actually confirm anything.
And even so, Nairo has leveled up a lot against Ice Climbers, a lot, and there's no way around it. When your history is Vinnie, Vinnie gave
there's
it.
game one.
Nairo. Pick your head up, calm down, you got this. Now Nairo up to a very strong start in game one. I can see in Vinnie's face already, he's nervous. He is feeling the fact that Nairo is very ready for this as of right now.
I'm just getting kicked that Nairo gave you the shush.
He can, it's cool. I'm just letting him know. I'm always going to back Vinnie, but I will call the match as I see it. Nairo's done an outstanding job throughout game one.
I'm surprised that Vinnie went back, to Smash Hill, not back. I'm assuming FD was banned.
FD was definitely banned. There's no way around it. And I don't think he'd like to give Nairo the luxury of going to Battlefield.
I mean, he had the lead of it.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's a mental thing, though, because he... Well, he threw it away. Nairo...
Well, he couldn't do anything. Nana was off stage.
Well, on top of that, the down throw wasn't staled, and Nairo isn't too high of a percent. So actually, for one of those situations, there wasn't much he could do. Vinnie narrowly making it back on stage there.
Now we'll see if he can do some work with Sopo, or will Nairo take a lead?
Nairo with a huge smile on his face, really shocked that he managed to pull off get away from Vinnie's fair. The legendary fair that came to fruition due to Nairo getting hit by it.
True.
Now this is a really big scenario for Vinnie, because if a grab is not landed here, then Vinnie has a lot of work ahead of him. And Nairo already, as I spoke about earlier today, It's going to be really hard for the Ice Climbers to deal with Meta Knights like Nairo because they're not messing up their opportunities to gimp Nana. As we've seen, every time Nairo's had it, or maybe 3 out of 4 times, he hasn't dropped that opportunity to gimp Nana.
But Vinnie takes the first stock regardless. See if he can steal that grab and get that percent we know he's capable of.
Yeah, it's just going to be really hard here. Vinnie's going to let... Yeah, as I figured, he's going to let that go.
One thing I like about Nairo is he adapts very quickly.
Oh, yes.
You see how he's camping the platform now, but when he had a confident lead, he used it as a breath of fresh air to go in and get the opportunity.
Definitely. And that's that top player in him. He has to grow and evolve, otherwise another player will and will beat him out. And I mean, that's why I'm giving Nairo so much credit in the showing right now, because he is coming out and he is really demonstrating, as of right now, why he should be winning this matchup.
I saw that grab coming.
Yeah. You saw Nairo buckle as he landed. He pulled up immediately. He was like, in person, just... Ugh.
He's not even trying to mash. He's saying, just don't drop it.
When he could tell, Vinnie isn't dropping grabs today. Vinnie has done an outstanding job with not dropping grabs today, but unfortunately seems to have had a hard time dealing with the loss of Nana. Now there is more gas in Vinnie's tank now.
Oh, I thought he was going to grab right there. That would have been the game.
Wow, and Nairo, like I said, any single opportunity, this kid has not dropped it. This is a level up right here. This is very impressive to me. Now, Vinnie's not out of this yet. He has played this out, and there still is, stock count is even, but...
Well, before it was just really Vinnie in this region with Ices. So the only practice he would have is really in tournament. Now I feel since Nakat has become more consistent with Ice Climbers, he gets more practice and he's becoming proficient.
So Vinnie taking a trip to the losers bracket. If y'all excuse me, it's time for me to coach Paint It Up and tell Vinnie what he did wrong. So I will be right back.